I'm sorry about the audio here. It turned out really bad for some reason. But, I want it done, and if I don't just release what I have now, I'm never going to get this done, so pardon me. This seems to have something to do with the fact that I recorded in Audacity instead of in Vegas. I'm recording this in Vegas, and it sounds just fine, and it's under exactly the same conditions, so I guess I'm not going to record in Audacity again. But then again, recording in Audacity worked just fine for episode 5, so I'm kind of at a loss. I'm confused. Anyway, enjoy the show.
In the night speeds toward the dawn, babe. Time to head for golden light. For that great taste, yeah. It's my morning place. Oh, McDonald's. Oh, McDonald's, for breakfast you are beautiful. Hey, it's a beautiful morning.
Hey, it's the Dick and Maddox episodes 6 and 7 episode. It's been a while, huh? Well, let's start with the most pressing matter, which is that Mumkey decided that he would be more interested in sitting in his room watching Boku no Pico than recording more funny stuff with me. So everyone who's a really big Mumkey fan, you all need to go to the comments and you need to express your desire for more Mumkey and Critic action. Otherwise, I might not be able to convince him to do more hilarious stuff. Then again, maybe I can find some other hilarious stuff to do with other people and not just myself. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Not a fortune teller. Can't see the future. Wish I could. But anyway, here I am to both talk about episodes 6 and 7 of Dick and Maddox's shows, but also maybe just talk in general. Because some of you just like to listen to my voice, and I'm here to oblige. But of course, I do think it's still better if there's 2 people. Or maybe even 3. Alright, so episode 6 was where I sort of had a little bit of crisis of faith in both shows. It was basically social justice week, as we heard on Dick's show, a trans woman, which is a guy who wants to be a gal, complaining and complaining and complaining, and Dick would never shut him up. Yeah, I said him. He sounds like a gay guy. I'm sorry. He's a straight guy who likes to look like a gal, and he has a gay guy's voice. What are you gonna do? Anyway, meanwhile, over on Maddox's show, they talked about the stupid Star Trek thing and debated whether it was exploitative or progressive. But here's the thing, progressive ain't necessarily a good thing every time. Sometimes progressive can be bad. And I don't like how that's never addressed on Maddox's show, and it was barely addressed on Dick's show. But in episode 7, they went more on the track of Joan Ford's complaining, and they sort of gave it some validation before finally, after what felt like 20 minutes, ceding something to the other side, saying, if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and that's why Dick thinks people are against, I don't know, whatever. It just, both of them infuriated me. Dick 7, Dick 6, Maddox 6, that all made me really mad. In fact, for Dick 7, I couldn't make it past that obnoxious tirade that was still so dismissive of just social conservatism that I dropped the Dick show for a while, went back on 8, and then eventually went back on 7 because I had nothing else to listen to because most podcasts are so terrible. Please, guys, tell me, what are some other things I can listen to when I have nothing else to listen to? But anyway, episode 6 of Maddox really, really felt like nothing but a liberal circle jerk. Maddox, you gotta get some conservative guests on, man. I mean, really, you gotta do it. And even Dick is starting to run into this problem. I get that Dick wants to get into fights with his co-hosts, but still, it gets annoying if one side is overrepresented, especially the way that Dick gives most of the spotlight to his guests rather than himself. You know, I don't mind hearing opposing viewpoints, but when it's all I'm hearing, it becomes pretty irritating. However, Dick had a good segment at the end of episode 6 with the fan input section, which, you know what, it was pretty entertaining that week. So, you know, there was a little bit of redeeming value to Dick 6, not so much to Maddox 6. So, point for week 6 goes to Dick Masterson. On episode 7 of Maddox, it was really just an overall entertaining episode. Debating whether Pokemon Go is too costly or worth the risk, he had on Jackie Duncan, who's like pretty cute actually. She's from Australia. Don't know how old she is, but for her age, probably pretty good looking person. Also had Rucka Ali on. And Rucka was pretty hilarious on here, as he tends to be. You know, I didn't like him at first when I first saw him on one of Maddox's Twitch streams, but I really have grown to enjoy Rucka Ali. He's a pretty good guest. He's also very neutral, which I appreciate a lot. He doesn't really take a huge stand one way or another. I don't really remember... I mean, they were talking about Pokemon, so I guess it was pretty balanced overall in terms of politics on episode 7 of Maddox, whereas with Dick, it was really kind of more SJW sort of stuff. Sorry, Dick, man, but you have let California get to you a little bit. Once you get past the annoying stuff in Dick's 7th episode, however, you do kind of get some good stuff going. But Maddox's 7th episode was just quality all around. Therefore, the point for episode 7 goes to Maddox. Wow, that was pretty easy. Yeah. I guess I'm going through it faster with not too many specific details because I'm really catching up here. I didn't remember episode 8 of either show all that well. I've got a review. I kind of enjoyed both of them though, so that one will probably be a little harder for me to decide. So to recap, Dick gets a point for week 6. Maddox gets a point for week 7. We're still pretty neck and neck here. Would like to see more conservative guests on both shows, especially someone who might challenge Dick on the social end of things. I was gonna fill a bunch more time with just all the random thoughts flying through my head about this channel and all the stuff, but you know, I may not spend a lot of extra time talking this time. We'll just kind of see what people think about this episode and go from there, I guess. Got a lot of main content to work on, but gosh, it's hard. Other people I know are cranking out really easy stuff and like doing really well, and it bothers me so much. It's really hard to like do the stuff that I mainly do. This recording is going to be on the easy side, but any of my like reviews of shows and stuff really take a while. So for anyone who's bothering listening to this whole recording, I'm going to go ahead and drop a little secret, and that's that I might try to supplement sort of the main content with something a little bit easier but still of quality. And that something is going to have to do with video game streaming, which I'm going to try to go back to doing more of because it's a lot of fun and actually can get a few subscribers each time, usually. But I'm going to take the streaming and I'm going to take it up a level and include some crazy challenges, some silly punishments, and other fun stuff. So be sure to tune in for the streams because it'll be worth your while. And as for streaming of the Dick Show and the best debate in the universe, I'm going to try to keep that up too. I'm not sure if I can exactly get it every Tuesday. I'd like to hear from you, the audience, about your thoughts on that. I don't know how many of you have dropped in on them or whatever. But, you know, help me steer this ship. I need a little more feedback, a little more audience interaction. I know I've got a decent audience for these podcast reviews, but, you know, it's hard to keep going with it when I sort of am not hearing too much. People seem to just want to either like or dislike the thing and then blow this pop stand. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty involved with the community and people are clicking on these videos, I guess. But they're also getting a lot of dislikes and I'm not sure why. Like, if you don't like my stuff, why are you clicking on my videos? I'm confused about that. So anyway, do you want to hear more of me talking about random stuff? Do you want to hear about my writer's block or how hard it is to run a quality YouTube channel? Let me know. Guess I'm going to cut this one for here and hopefully get it out before episode 9 comes out.